Welcome in, Libra, to Great Awakener Ether Realm. My name is Kimberly, and I am going to do an astrological report for the week of January 13th through the 19th of 2025. So we're going to start off with the Sun in Capricorn, which is your home sector, your fourth house, home and family. And we have a full moon in Cancer opposing that Sun. The moon rules Cancer, so it makes it a little bit more intense. This is your 10th house of, this is your 10th house of reputation and career. All right, these two opposing each other. We also have Mercury here in Capricorn as well in your home sector. And then we also have Mars here at 26 degrees retrograde. So Mars rules Aries, which is your relations sector, your partnership sector. It can rule either your personal relationships or business relationships. We also have Chiron here in Aries as well. It's been there for a while. 19 degrees, squaring the full moon at 23 degrees. So we got a little T-square going on here. That I mean, your home, career, and your partnership sector, they're kind of on fire at the moment. So not trying to laugh, but you know that you might be having some upheaval this week. The full moon specifically is on Monday on the 13th. It also sextiles Taurus, Uranus and Taurus, which is your 8th house of other people's money, sex, death, transformation. Okay, it also trines Neptune and Pisces, which is your work sector, your daily habits, anything that you do on a daily basis. Go to work, go to the gym. It also rules your health, any habits that you have. Okay. You have Jupiter in Gemini, which is your 9th house. Which is your expansion house, basically, and it rules your higher learning and your long distance travel. We also have a stellium in Pisces, which is your 6th house. Again, Venus, Venus, Saturn, and Neptune. So, going back to this full moon on Monday, Sun rules your ego, Moon rules your emotions. They are at an opposition. The reason why full moons are so intense is because they're pulling in different directions. As you can imagine, the moon rules the tides, the earth is literally, and it's having that basically same effect on us as well. You're having a fight between your home and your career sector. Something may come of that in this next week, and of course your partnership sector as well. Mars also rules Scorpio, which is your value sector. How you make money and how you value yourself. It's in retrograde, of course. Like I said, in your career sector, and it's setting off Uranus in your 8th house, your money sector. 8th house is one of your private sectors, along with your 4th house here in Capricorn. So moving on to the week, the moon is then going to move into Leo, which is your friendship sector, and it's immediately going to oppose Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto just moved into Aquarius in November for a permanent stay. It's been going back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius for the last 2 years. So it's been giving us some time to acclimate to the energy. You don't really feel Pluto a whole lot. It's more of a subconscious energy until it gets triggered by another planet. Luckily, the moon is pretty fleeting. It goes into each zodiac sign every 2 to 2.5 days. So this will only be about, since it's so close to the angle of the full moon, like it can be pretty intense still. So just to give you a warning on that. So this is your friendship sector. Aquarius is your 5th house of romance, children, and creativity. So it's going to trigger that a little bit going through Leo at the first degrees there. And then we come to a sextile with Jupiter and Gemini. Gemini is your 9th house of expansion, awakening, your higher learning house. And sextile is a nice friendly angle, so it's actually, it'll probably help you calm down after this upheaval a little bit. But then we're going to go into a square with Uranus and Taurus, which is your friendships squaring your 8th house of other people's money, sex, death, transformation. So those are the 2 sectors that it's probably going to trigger. It's also friendships, dreams, hopes, wishes. Okay, so it doesn't have to involve people per se. It could be you're hoping to do something, but it's gonna take some money to do it. It could fall into any of those categories, but again, it's fleeting. Then the moon moves into Virgo Thursday, Friday, roundabout, where it's going to trine Mercury and the Sun in Capricorn, and it's going to kind of ease up off of this opposition that we had, the full moon that we had on Monday. So the energy should start easing up with the trines going from Capricorn and Taurus as we go on further in those 2 days. We also have oppositions to a stellium here in Pisces, your work zone again. Saturn rules Capricorn, and Saturn is usually kind of a harsh planet. It can be, but with the starting to go into a conjunction with Venus, it should soften the blow a little bit in your work sector. I can't just say work, but 6th house of work, daily habits, your health routine, what have you. You got a whole little stellium going on here. We also have had the North Node move just recently, January 10th and 11th, move into Pisces from Aries. The North Node has been in Aries for about 1.5 years now, since September 2023, and that would have had you focusing on your partnerships. But now it's going to have you focusing on your 6th house. Again, work, daily routines, health, what have you. The moon is going to come around and oppose those two, the Neptune and the North Node, but it's also going to conjunct the South Node. The South Node is about the past, North Node is about the future. When the moon conjuncts its own node, it's pretty powerful. That's when, eclipses start. And Virgo being your 12th house, and the South Node makes it to where it wants you to get rid of anything that doesn't serve you any longer, anything from the past that does not serve you any longer. And when it's in your 12th house, that can be pretty deep, right? So 12th house is anything that's hidden, your subconscious, anything that you hide from the world, and anything that's honestly hidden from you as well. There are a lot of things that people do just on a subconscious level that they don't even think about that could be harming them, you know? So what these nodes do is illuminate them, just like how the full moon illuminates things. So this is what South Node is going to do to you want to get rid of and you want to walk away from. North Node is what you want to walk towards. You kind of want to think of it as your North Star. So what you're going to want to focus on is your 6th house for the next year and a half. Moving on to the weekend, the moon moves into your sign, which is always wonderful to have the moon in your sign. It's kind of like a reset for the month. It gives you a lot of energy. As soon as it goes into Libra, it trines Pluto in Aquarius. We already spoke about Pluto, the transformation, but trines are real nice aspects, real friendly. And then and of course it's your 5th house, romance, children, and creativity sector. And then as the weekend goes on, it's going to make a trine to Jupiter and Gemini, which is your 9th house again of higher learning, long distance travel, anything that expands your awareness or expands your world, basically. So even though it does look like you've got some intense aspects going on Monday, by the time we get to the weekend, it looks like things will calm down and you'll be able to get a breather, which is what happens with full moons. A lot of people, full moons can be intense and it can kind of drive some people to madness, if you will. But as soon as when it building up to it is when it gets the worst, and then when it hits the climax and then it starts coming down, it starts calming down. The energy starts calming down. Excuse me, my neighbor likes to stomp around there. And then when it gets to, the quarter moon is going to square the moon, and the moon's going to square the sun with the quarter moon. This is when you kind of start accepting like the changes that whatever was illuminated during this full moon, any changes that may need to be changed. You're going to come into an acceptance. And then when it gets into Capricorn at that 23 degrees, you're going to start trying to make a decision on where to go from here, and then taking action. The next new moon is going to be in Aquarius, just to let you know, but that's, a whiles away. So we'll get into that like next week. Let's see. I believe that that's all I have. I do want to point out that Chiron is in Aries. It's been in there for a while. I'm not sure if I went into it's the wounded healer. So it looks like your relationships, your partnerships have been going under a healing process for quite some time now. And it looks like with this T-square, that hopefully there's going to be some progress made finally, right? So I'm going to leave it there. If you would like to know what happens next week, you're more than welcome to subscribe and come back and watch another reading. I do offer personal readings for astrology, tarot. I also offer other many healing modalities if you would like to visit my website. Until then, until next time, I hope you have a very healing week. All right. Thank you, Libra. Bye.